to be fucking said.
Yeah.
You've broken him.
Corrupted. This is.
I'm still trying to shake off Delos.
Oh
Making
god.
it very hard.
Oh god. Okay. There you go. We're live. There you go. Welcome to session 33. Methinks.
Could be correct. Not sure.
Yeah. There's a theory going on that this might be session 33. Who knows? Oh man.
This up on Dhaka News.
Josh.
Oh, I thought. Oh, DACA. Okay.
Right,
DACA.
fucking watches one.
I thought you.
Watches the Astari cinematic once. All of a sudden into 40k.
I mean,
just-
is
how
there
it
a
works,
worse way to
doesn't
get
it?
into
No,
it?
I
Yeah,
thought
it's
could have been worse. Could have said DACA.
Oh, shut up,
just-
man! All of you, fucking
Getting back
Jail.
to the reason as to why we have assembled here.
yes. D&D. I gotta ask you one simple question. The same question I ask every single fucking week. Sometimes. Are you ready to begin?
Hold on, I forgot my computer.
Yep. What?
Yes, present.
Hold on, I forgot my soul. Oh.
Hold on,
That's
I need
not
to
even
I
too
need
far
to
away
open
from
up
you.
Discord to join VC.
Fuck. And I forgot to turn on my fucking power supply.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm afraid I can't make it to the session. We're currently in a blackout.
Man. Anyway,
Alright.
Sorry, I am
I
suddenly
guess
a
I'll see you guys
cow.
next week.
I don't know why, but one of you is literally peeking my OBS so fucking much. And I don't know which one of you. Peek one by one. Come on.
It is I, Chadwick.
Mm-hmm. Someone else?
It is I.
Someone else?
I bet it's
I,
circle.
Nathan.
No, it's actually
Hello,
you. It's actually you.
What?
Holy shit.
Me?
Yeah. Give me a
Ah,
second. I'm just
why
gonna...
do you have me up so high?
I have fucking
Give
no
you some
idea.
weeb.
Anyway. What's up the thing works? So, last we fucking left off. I mean, what is there really to say? One of you spoke the pipe, had a revelation from the past, had a bit of fun on their personal account, and reclaimed their lost memory somewhat, and potentially freed your mentor, father, whatever you want to call it, Tarumak. I was somewhere out in the world doing something else, and you were delightfully informed by your red pseudo dragon and Tarumak's best friend, Kara's death. You are way ahead of schedule, and you can do whatever the hell you want. Just, slowly but surely prepare. With those news, also you were bestowed the Hold of the Vigilance as your new place of home, of rest, if you wish to take it. And of course, Karas will oversee its well-being. About asking some things that Karas can do, you realize that he is a very capable entity, much more capable than a pseudo-dragon, and might be even more or something entirely different than a pseudo-dragon. You decided to feed it blood, for it required it for figuring out what is happening to your kith and kin. Theron realized that he still has a family, still alive somewhere out to the north, in the middle of the world. Chadwick, however, tried to figure out if there are any relatives on the mortal plane from the Feywilds. He discovered that he has a sister, and that sister is being sold as a good, as a merchandise. And apparently, with a bit more blood, Karas have told you of location, somewhere where Brett was recently. And I guess that's where we technically left off. So, my good people, what would you like to do?
So
Circle seems to be cooling off. Seems to be relaxing in the main room, playing a tune.
you hear a yell. Arthur!
Chadwick is already walking towards the door.
So how many of you are gonna go on this little sortie of yours?
And does Circle look like he is interested in going?
Right now, Circle seems frankly bored, and he doesn't seem overall surprised that Farron is yelling.
Ah, Farron.
I'm going to make a bit of a dangerous question to Theron. Remember what I asked you earlier? I know it's a bit of a tough call asking you directly in front of a trip, but would you mind taking this journey without your flask of alcohol?
Kind of thinks for a moment. Just tries to remember back to what you're in.
Last session, I was asking you whether I could borrow your flask of alcohol for a bit.
Oh.
Later.
He kind of takes it out, takes a swig, and tosses it over to you.
I will hand it back once you return.
That you will. Ah,
I will.
Arthur! He kind of yells out again. Where is it? Where is that?
Well, it takes you, you shout once, twice, and then you hear, I'm here. You hear all of a sudden rapid footsteps from above. Somewhere out there in the little hole that I still haven't mapped out yet. Comes running Arthur, nearly, breaking a knee on a sudden twist.
Don't you dare kill Arthur while he's just walking.
No, but listen, you're a true fucking intimidating motherfucker, and you screaming his name.
True, fair.
What do you expect him to do? Like, 5 more minutes, Dad.
5 more minutes, Dad. Ah. He kind of looks at him. Does he have his gun on him?
No.
Laddie. You know your fancy pea shooter.
Uh-huh.
I want to make that, but bigger and faster.
How big and how fast?
Well,
Yeah.
He thinks for a moment. Oh, let's see. Something that I. It'll be used for mounted combat, so something mounted on Chadwick. And Chadwick can lift. I look over at Chadwick. Remember, Chadwick. What's your strength modifier again?
How strong are you?
I have
7
a.
times.
1 sec. I have a 23 in strength.
Good. One moment. Let me just bring out the calculator really quick.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Okay, yeah. So it's that times 30 for you because you're a big boyo. So you said a 20 what?
23.
23.
Man.
30. Let's see. Let's try to keep it around 500 pounds.
You see genuine confusion out of Arthur's face. He is questioning several different things. Why did you yell so loud? Why do you want to get a weapon on Chadwick? How would you get a weapon on Chadwick? Can you get a weapon on Chadwick? Why a shotgun of all things? Can you roll an insight check?
Yeah, sure. Let's see if he gets the right idea here. 18. Ooh.
You realize two things. Just by looking at him, and him basically more concentrating his gaze over Chadwick than any of you. First, that what you're asking is way out of his area expertise. Besides, simple gun, you need to think. But second thing is, by the way he looks, he reminisces about people, or maybe just an individual, who probably spoke something similar of what you're saying. Maybe not exactly, but he knows of people who could probably do what you ask.
And he gets, at this point, Farron, realizing that he's not communicating best with the words, pulls out a piece of paper and sketches something quick. Can I do like a performance check
Sure.
to draw out something real quick? You're not updated, so I will have to. Good. Okay. As I sketch up a 32
Yeah.
diagram of a mounted gun on Chadwick. You can. I've explained it outside of character. I can explain it inside of character if you want.
No. I know what you're gonna explain, but I know exactly the flaws that you're missing.
That's fine. That's fine.
You look at the thing, and he's like, just shakes his head. I could make a gun for it, but stay alive. Let me see if I roll a plus.
Can I help him?
He
Oh, no.
immediately looks at you and says, "By any chance you have one of those setting stones?"
Oh, yeah. Tosses him one.
Okay. So just quickly grabs it, looks at it, looks at you. So just think of the person like usual, or something specific.
Just think of the person. A familiar names help a lot.
He nods and immediately closes his eyes. There's a bit like you see under his closed eyelids, there's eyes moving slightly, and there's this all of a sudden this grin. He opens his eyes after a good half a minute of being in silence. Gives back you your sending stone and just asks, "Have you, by any chance, reckon you could travel to the Coalition territory?"
Coalition. Kind of thinks for a moment.
Over the Scar, eastward.
How far out of the coalition?
That's a good question. He immediately asks for the stone back.
Toss him it back.
Let me roll intelligence check for him.
Can I help him? Can I?
Sure.
Some divine motivation.
Okay.
Arthur deflates.
Ooh. Okay, he seems to be silently being in discussion, closing his eyes, seeming trying to concentrate. And then about a minute and a half passes. He opens his eyes again, gives you back. I know some associates, if you will, that are not exactly. They don't have the heart for the Coalition's lifestyle. They reminisce of the days before the Order, before where they are. They're willing to leave, but exchange, they're willing to provide their expertise in the deliberate art of manufacturing guns. He grabs a piece of paper from him and just starts making this little rough sketch.
Yeah, I'm gonna help him if possible.
There is a city to the east in the collision lands called Platus. That's where most from Norn came, and that's where most settled. It is like a month on foot from the Scorched Light, I reckon. But if you find someone with access via teleportation to Platus,
Kind of think for a moment. Question: what's the wizard's name?
a Leo.
Leo.
Jesus fucking Christ. You can see
can just
Leo.
eat around the corner. Can you keep it down?
Yeah, you can see Leo. Leo is just kind of panicking that, mind you, while you all having this conversation, the walls, the flooring, everything gets just manifested, and he's kind of losing his shit slightly, but you know,
It's unnerving.
it is.
Is it just the fact that it's manifesting, or is there any specific part about it that's like unnerving him?
It's like having a trip, but IRL.
Yeah, it's like
Around you shifting
that.
and moving.
He's a wizard. He has seen magic conjuring things before. Like, I'm questioning whether that's genuinely all about it.
Maybe he's impressed.
maybe she's not suspecting that all of a sudden that the walls start to just,
Especially when no spell's been directly cast.
Yeah, you don't see, like, you see a bunch of like servants wandering now, crimson servants, Nathan, with your eyes. Right. So,
Do I get any response back from Leo?
he also just goes, what?
Leo,
Yes, that's my name.
ever been to? He kind of looks over at Arthur. Oh, what's the place name again?
Platinus?
Platinus.
The hell's a Platinus?
A city over the coalition.
Harper yelled out, it's actually Platus.
Platinus. I love
Leo strokes his chin. Nah. But I can get you there if you have something from there.
looks over at Arthur.
Harper looks at his clothing. Looks back at Leo. I got plenty of material. What do you need? A handkerchief, a piece of cloth, something like an amulet maybe made. Yeah. Arthur just thinks for a second and just kind of whistles slow, looking at you. Shit, we're doing it now?
He kind of thinks to himself. Let's see.
He immediately extends his hand again. He requires.
He requires the the item.
Doesn't
Yeah,
this
it
thing
has
only
to be
have
the
three
amulet.
charges?
Huh?
Yeah, this one has 3 charges on it.
Oh.
Let's go at it, laddie.
He grabs it and thinks a second, and then all of a sudden looks a bit confused. Gives it to you.
No, there is 1 charge left on it. Yeah.
No, he used
Yeah.
2 charges on that.
Yeah, there should be 1 more, right?
No, if it was free, he used once, gave it away, then you
Used it again. Yeah.
No, he used twice. Twice in a row for 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so
I
no
look for-
charges.
wait, Nathan's right here. Nathan, it's emotion.
While this whole conversation has been going on, Chadwick has had like an ironclad, like burning eyes, walking out, gets to the entrance, looks around, starts going left, stops, starts going right, stops.
Oh no.
Hey, Frank, where's this place at?
One moment, Chadwick. I'm gonna see if one of our your lassie can teleport us closer.
handing you the second sending stone.
And then I toss it over to Arthur.
And now I'm watching the entire conversation. I've been basically
Okay.
invited by them listening,
um,
by them yelling.
He immediately looks at Leo. Arthur looks at Leo and says, "How many can he teleport?" Leo
I
looks
think it's
Leo looks up at Prawn and says, "Well, if all goes well, up to 12 people." He looks very proud about that fact. Arthur nods. Looks at you, Farron. How many do you want?
All the best. He kind of pats his chest
Not the quality,
proudly.
quantity.
Oh, well, I'm gonna be honest. But
I imagine it's literally everybody's within like 20 fucking feet. You're just fucking yelling.
It's a
Yeah, you moron.
it's a sitcom at this point.
Yeah.
Everyone's there when they're needed.
exactly. I yell out for Britt. Britt, are you making your way up to the little smithery?
Yeah, you blink and I'm there.
Britt, you're more subtle than me.
let's-
If
let's-
I go
let's
there,
go.
he kind of starts rambling on immediately. I need you to fetch some people out of the coalition. Leo can take you there. They're gonna help arm us. I'm not. He kind of looks at himself as like you guys have somewhat gotten used to it at this point, but he's still very much a demonic-looking, fire-breathing dwarf. I
And
think
that's assuming that we ever got used to you in the first place. Endearingly.
endearing. Thank you. And he looks at you, much more calm and composed, and not looking like a demon from hell. I think you'll be better suited for this, convincing them and all.
Oh, no. Convincing is on my part, says Arthur. More like getting in and out. How many people can get in and out? Teleportation is kind of expensive, so I'm surprised that you're willing to do it for free. Leo looks very, very proud about this fact. I can do it for free. I'm that good. You see with just passive insight, however small it is, he is proud to that fact.
Leo's a man. With that, like, Farron, like, smiles proudly at that fact, you know, like, bolstering this guy. This is not a healthy environment for keeping your standards healthy, as Farron, like, smiles at him proudly. And looks over, let's see. Well, how many trips do you want to do? Again, looks over to Leo.
I can do, starts counting on his fingers, and stops at number 6. Can do it 6 times.
Alright, that's 3 trips. So...
Arthur just raised his hand. They're not just gonna come and leave immediately. They need some time. 2 days.
He squints at that.
What do you mean? Do you think they're gonna just say...
They just got the notification. You got to give them a little bit.
Yeah, what do you think? They're gonna start running saying that somebody's gonna get them and teleport across the world? No.
Farron, dwarf brain, not compute, not running straight to glory. Nods
get them-
slowly. Sorry. Pardon me.
Please ignore that.
With that said, he nods. All right then. Well, I got to go do something with Chadwick. Kind of thinks over. In the meantime, Chadwick, your sister. You know where on the map she is. I pull out. Actually, Chadwick has the map. I don't need to pull out the map.
Yeah, didn't the dragon say Lost Coast? He said Brit's seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
It's over at Brit.
Yes, I know exactly where it is. We can go there right now if you want.
All right then. Grab the box as a component, and we can teleport straight there. He looks over at Arthur. Arthur, in the meantime, that little lizard bloke, Cross, funky non-dwarven names. Great dude. He'll gladly show you what he's capable of. Long and short of it, when I get back here, make sure this place is prepped for gunsmithing.
Oh, okay. He looks genuinely confused by the demand.
He knows.
Aren't we in the middle of nowhere? Where are we actually?
In the middle of nowhere.
he slowly stares at you and then looks at you, Britt, and kind of comes closer and whispers in the air. How do I tell him that I can't get pristine metal and tooling in the middle of nowhere?
Bro.
Well, you just make me a list and we'll figure out how. And on our way over, on our errand, I'll do a quick see if I can't find it. Baron.
Well, Baron's
Um,
like wrapping up some papers and putting it in
so-
a bag.
Materials seem to be a bit. Oh, how do I put this? Hard to come by when you're out in the middle of where we don't know exactly.
Fair enough.
So, unless we have a minor road leading straight to our doorstep, it's going to be a bit difficult to get them here. Acquiring's the easy part.
Thinks for a moment. Oh, let me get out the map real quick. He looks at the map real quick. Well, actually, one of the main roads isn't too far from it. That's quite a bit of a trip.
Karis all of a sudden finally rested a bit, even though it's been like 5 minutes ago since he got sleepy.
Absolute shad,
Yeah.
master spy.
He slowly but surely up, just lands and just looks at you. I can clear the road.
Oh!
It will
Just
cost
make
you.
it enough. Make it enough to get it to here and there, but just not overly obvious. We want
Oh, do
some-
not worry. There is an ancient road over burdened with life. Nature took its hold. I can clear it for you, but it will take a week and 1,000 gold.
He kind of looks over at Arthur at this point. What's the resources you need?
Okay, I mean, I would need something specific. I would need at least half a ton of steel, several, maybe 6 kits of blacksmithing tools.
He's nodding along.
He thinks about it. A sufficient enough forge, an anvil.
Oh, we got the forge and anvil. That's for sure.
Arthur looks confused. This is like, and then looks back and sees like the pews and the red drapes. Oh. And then looks at Arthur looks at Car and says, "So where's this forge?" Car just probably says, "2nd floor." Arthur nods and just proceeds to go upwards. It looks at you, Farron, before leaving. "I'll see what there is, but at least half a ton of steel."
All that. Alright, smithing kits. Alright, let's see. We can clear out the road for a long-term solution. But for the moment, we should do a quick sweep by to buy some steel off, and then smithing kits.
"Oh, no, Karis immediately exclaims. "Give me money, give me gold,
Oh,
and I'll start the clearing right away. It will take a week, but..."
I meant we could just, like... He pulls out, like, his bag of holding. Like, I meant we could just grab those quick for the short term, but,
That pseudo
nonetheless.
dragon can probably build us like
It's still
a freaking
still a
bank
good thing
if
to
we
have.
needed it.
Yeah,
I can
nonetheless.
build many
And-
things that you desire eventually.
he
If
kind
you
of
have
pulls
enough-
out... He pulls out, like, a few gems, looking like him being, well inspecting when it comes to rocks and gems, and pulls out roughly 1,000 gold worth of
He
gems.
shakes
and
his
jewels.
head. "No gems, gold."
Oh,
You see First time forever, a bit of hostility in the red pseudo dragon. He wants his gold.
He wants his gold.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
get your
If
gold.
doesn't
Pseudo
have the-
Dragon
it
wants his
doesn't
gold,
have
you better
this-
get the baby his gold.
Gem doesn't have the same crunch as gold does. It's a completely different
No,
texture.
but he's not after the crunch. He's after the texture for the pillow.
Kind of, he stops. All right then. Well, we'll trade this in for gold, get some of the steel we need for the short term, and enough back for you to do your road work. Until then, he kind of gets up. Arthur might need some help modifying the forge room. I have great faith in you. And let me know when you figure out the neclarite situation. He kind of stares at the... Until then. Kind of stretches up. Alright, laddies. I know we just settled in, but we did just take a nap before all of this, so I hope all of you are rested well enough. As you well know, Chadwick's family has been thrown around a bit of merchandise. Now, personally, I'd like to see them burn in hell. Oh, me and Chadwick are going to go out and make sure that happens. You're free to come. And Chadwick starts walking towards the door.
I'll go with you. I'm sure this place is quite secure as is.
Like, good. And we'll need a
Sergor,
force.
how about you?
Turtle.
He's falling asleep.
Oh no. He's on silence.
Oh,
Did you?
Sorry,
Did you forget
it's
you
been a
muted
long
yourself
day.
there, buddy?
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you want to?
Again, are you still on the opinion that you don't want to join the mission to rescue Chadwick's sister?
You do not have to join if you do not.
I was unaware we were doing it, and Sergal kind of stands up, slinging his loot. Well, he starts to sling his loot, but then he just sets it down on the seat beside him, kind of patting it in a like stay there kind of motion.
It stays.
I'd be down to come.
Right then. Decided. We'll take a smaller
I'll
group.
keep the fort then.
Before
Kind
we
of
go, I
Right.
want to say that we're going to try the local cuisine first before we start wrecking the place.
He shakes his head. What the? No.
What?
You mad?
Brit,
Huh?
I saw
can-
that in our last conversation. Could you get me a bottle of that?
Of course.
We can
Trust
wait
me.
until
Trust me, it'll be theatric.
he looks. You see absolute disdain for that idea, Britt. He's look. He's waiting
Whatever
for some
you wanted.
justification.
Do whatever you want today. I'm gonna stay here and hold the fort.
I mean,
I.
we're here. We're there to make a statement, aren't we?
It's not about sending a message.
He's
Message is
he's
being
it's
delivered
been a long day,
ballistically
y'all.
The
through
message
the
will
window.
be delivered, and
Okay, I
I
need
assume
to.
we're going after Red Fist then. Or
Red Jaw, isn't it?
Red Jaw. Red Jaw.
What?
I've been
Everyone's
traumatized by Red Fist, Red Hands.
With that said, he kind of looks back over at our lovely pseudo dragon. Do you have the name of the captor? Alexis?
Hmm?
Farron looks over at the pseudo dragon and asks, "Do you have the name of the captor?
Not really.
Just a location? Alright, well, as long as we have the description of the girl, I can locate." Nods to himself. Very well then. I'll just have to get there.
So, how many of you are going?
At the
Yeah, I
moment,
think-
Chadwick... Sorry, you can say Chadwick as well.
Yeah, I think it's 4 of us. Right?
Okay, and Leo is taking you there.
Yep.
Okay, Okay, so he would just politely ask, does any of you have a thing? You know, piece of
Brit points.
cloth.
Sorry, yeah. I point to Brit. Or actually, who opened? I opened the boxes, actually. No, yeah, I pull out one of the opened boxes that we got from the area.
He shakes his head. Are you fucking daft? It's lead.
Wince. I'm gonna say with a passive 20, like 28 in Arcana, I figure out what he means by that.
Passive in Arcana, what?
No,
You have pass. You have passive.
yeah, you have
in
passive in every
already.
skill. Any skill you can roll, you have a passive that I look at.
Lead is a nullifying material.
I don't know how this magic shit works. I share blood with her. Would that help?
No.
Kind of thinks to himself for a moment. It's
Really? None of you have anything for the place that you've been? Weird.
kind of looks over
Oh.
at Brit. No drinks, no cups, no souvenirs.
I do have to. I yeeted. I kind of threw the bottle into the ocean after I was done for show.
Your mistake.
Fair and kind of like.
I didn't
Like-
think we were coming back to be completely honest.
Fine.
I do.
What?
I do remember where it was and what it looks like, if that helps.
It would help if you were the one casting. the spell.
Okay. 5 times. Leo points his finger towards you, Britt, and slowly approaches. And his finger slowly races from your chest to your head, like up to your forehead, and says, "Do not resist."
I know what he's doing.
Okay.
So,
It's like okay.
almost like a simple warm finger hits you and presses in, and then your entire body goes into this chill as you feel like in the split half second, half your life just flashed through your eyes. Leo steps back, grabs his head a bit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, Tannis is destroyed? He looks
Kind of
at
the
you.
reason why we're around.
It's been destroyed for what? Weeks? Months?
I
Well, to
don't
be fair,
know.
he was stuck in Page for most of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
He looks a
That's
bit
the only reason we're here.
he looks a bit confused for a few seconds. He seems to be scratching, pondering, and then looks at you, Farron, and extends his hand, going 5. 5. Then after this, it's gonna be 4. Keep in mind. Also, if there's combat, I am not doing anything because I'll need those 4 to get us somewhere else.
Oh, and can we do anything for you to help you make that number bigger?
I mean, yeah, but are you willing to fight the Plamsees for it?
Thinks to
Thought
himself.
so.
He thinks them to himself for a moment. You see a moment of thought put into that. Oh, best not.
Anyway, gather around, people. We're gonna go to whoever you wanna go. Yeah. Okay. As he grabs a piece of chalk from one of his many pockets and starts scribbling on the wall. So, final selection. Everybody except for Nathan, right? Okay. And everybody else, every other NPC except for Leo, stays. So remember that. Okay. It takes them about half a minute to scratch a very almost pseudo reliable circle. You see, he hasn't practiced his markings and drawings, and everything is kind of subpar. A bit few smudges, a bit of there, a bit of that. Size, and kind of gives like this motion to gather around him, as he then closes his eyes and just goes, I really fucking hope it works. Presses to the wall and then vanishes. Just anyway, D100. Let's see where you are. Oh God. Okay, I'll be a good boy. Roll me a D4, one of you.
I'll do it.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay. Is there? So, I guess we're gonna return to Nathan soon. Because actually, Nathan, literally 2 minutes pass and you see a familiar creature stumbling through the forest.
I would basically be standing outside the cave, expecting visitors.
Yes. Anyway, we're gonna come back to you soon, but now we're gonna go on a different little march. Give me a second. Yeah. There you go. I'll take this. So, it is morning. It is summer. As takes you. It's not skipping. Man, it's doesn't want to stop.
It refuses. Do we have to disconnect it?
Oh God. Fuck it. It's connected. Yeah.
Be gone.
Gone. I really hope that it's not gonna be broken forever now. Oh no, it's not loading. Shit. Man. Great.
A moment. Let's see if it's just mad at you. Just for a moment.
Yeah. So, you all land very haphazardly on sand, very close to basically the ending of land. As you look on one side to the south, seemingly, it is the endless sea and ocean. Looking to your east, as you all kind of look around, you see a settlement about a mile away. You can see that there is plumes of smoke that indicates, that people are there, and does not indicate that, it's on fire and everything is burning and dying. No. But yeah, you have about a mile to trek eastward, and you assume, Brit, by the looks of it, that you're in the right place where you thought you need to be. So, what does everybody like to do? As I guess Leo is the only one who's kind of disheartened that he landed on the sand and looks kind of sad.
Circle will walk over and like pick him up, help him dust off.
Thanks. There.
Ah, all right. Well, now that we're here, said they were in under the. We know where they are, right?
You're the one who's been there.
You're the one who.
But as in the description.
Well, you remember where you were saying. Let's see, maybe this will
Yeah.
work. No.
Let's see if. What do you take? Yeah, I know.
Fuck, just wholeheartedly died. Wow.
Yeah, it just kind of gave up.
Fucking perished.
I can't do this shit anymore. Just
Yeah, man, I really should have not taken that bait, but I did. Anyway, yeah. So, how are you gonna go there? It is about like 9ish in the morning. Calm weather.
At that point, I believe our entire party has access to flying mounts.
You're just all gonna mount up.
I will say this is the first time. Well, I think Sergal and Dagger are the only one. Nathan needs a flying mount as well, does it?
Well,
I
technically
just-
speaking, like we have greater steed, so we all have flying
We have greater
mounts.
steed, but
Yeah.
they have never been defined so far. That's the problem.
I
Yeah.
see, I see. Mine's always been Chadwick the best.
I just fly.
Yeah.
I fly
You could-
now.
They fly now.
They fly now.
They fly now.
Be fine now.
All right. I mean, if you Sergal want to describe it, go for it.
Mm-hmm,
I mean-
mm-hmm.
We're not gonna stop you.
I think I already got an image ready, actually. I've had it since like day 2.
Nope.
And my
Let me
boy.
see. Here we go. Oh, nope, never mind. But yeah, it's a. Sergal's is like a
Oh.
large griffin with like, who's like who has the patterning of a barn owl.
Sounds legit.
Gosh,
Trying to
It's
find
hard to think.
You can describe it in more
So,
detail
yeah.
another time if you can't. Like,
yeah,
put it together now.
I will. But like griffin with barn owl coloration. I'll
Mm-mm.
probably find an image eventually.
With that said, we're off flying.
So all of you fly, and where are you gonna go?
That's a good question, Britt.
Yeah, Brett, lead the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll try not to go too fast.
Are you seriously saying that to Chadwick?
Yes.
Technically, he does outpace me by about 30 feet, I think.
Man.
Anyways, we're going to I'm going to lead them to where we need to go.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. So how are you gonna you're just gonna fly and descend, just fucking, just pull up by the shallow reeds?
Not nah, we'll be a bit more subtle about it. Unless anybody wants just to go in and just disregard going in there calm and like
Chadwick right now is notably not calm, so
And Farron is notably sharing that sharing that emotion.
you guys
It should also be noted that Chadwick is not a mount that can easily disappear.
yeah. Well,
So-
it's
Well, I'm
more
sure
do we
something
want
can make
to
Chadwick
come into
disappear.
town flying or do we want to get close enough and then walk into town?
I think we'd cause less hubbub if we walked.
yeah, probably.
Don't really want to make a huge
We want to get
impact.
at least into the building before we start causing the ruckus.
Fucking awkward. No music.
It is awkward as hell.
Yeah.
It is
music's the backdrop.
incredibly awkward. Find a
See-
new bot
Hold
for
on.
us, god damn it.
Bruh,
Come on,
That's
quickly
dumb.
find me a
Hey,
bot.
guys, I got gifted nitro, so maybe there's a good
Try to go to music, copy paste this. Let's see. Will Nitro work?
Nope.
Fuck
I
you.
don't think that's how it works.
here's a
Fuck you. I'm too tired for you guys to be playing sound effects.
Yeah.
With
Somebody was
yeah.
tapping on my window.
that said, I guess this basically means we're flying 90% of the way there, and then we're flying low, and then landing, and just going mounted run until we actually get to the town.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, the village is not exactly big. About 30 or so buildings. Nice little port with a handful of fishing vessels, and a handful of them are out in the sea, seemingly fishing. When you ride in, you see a few people with confused, just like who you are, and just kind of looking at you, confused, not really bothering you, keeping their way away from you. just looking away from you. And yeah, you basically arrive to the shallow reeds unopposed.
Mm.
There's literally one Goliath that is slumped about 20 feet away from the exit, just drunk out of his mind.
Right. If we're in town, um, Chadwick, I'm guessing you have your sister's name. Please tell me you have your sister's name.
I absolutely have my sister's name.
No, he has his own
All right,
name,
then
you
if
idiot.
you could just share that with me so I could locate creature.
Well, here's the thing, you don't. Because you didn't have a younger sister.
Plot
Sorry.
twist, this is actually just advanced schizophrenia.
Advanced schizophrenia hitting hard.
Very
Sorry, it's
advanced schizophrenia,
the
apparently.
name of the person. Meta is.
Oh, so it's that much of a younger sister. I don't know her name yet. All right.
Hopefully.
All right,
You
then this
could-
one's pretty.
So
Yeah.
you
You could okay.
sisters.
Pro because passive insight. You could just look for a centaur. How many centaurs?
That's what I was going. That's what I was going to
That's
do,
what I was
mate.
gonna ask. That's what I was gonna ask. Is
All of
like,
a
Oh,
sudden, every
boys,
single.
we found a centaur. Points at Chadwick.
Like literally though. I'm gonna cast locate creature and just choose to actively ignore Chadwick.
I mean, yeah, you
centaur.
can see Chadwick. You can feel Chadwick. Chadwick is within you.
Yep.
But, however,
Oh.
you sense another centaur about 50 feet beneath you. Literally, as you look down. Like basically in between the door, like the door to shallow reeds, 50 feet below you, you sense a centaur. Smaller, significantly, compared to Chadwick over here. And where's the fucking God? Fucking scour me a music ball, please, I beg you.
And we're gonna do the because actually no, this isn't. Wait, you said 50 feet below?
Yes, 50 feet.
Divine sense. We're gonna see if there's any funky creatures we have to be worried about down there.
Nope, there's absolutely nothing except for yourself and your.
All right. So, right. All right. Well, then you see like Farron go into her concentration for a small bit before nodding. She is about 50 feet that way, and he points down.
See, maybe this will work. Let's see.
Well, let's get out the shovel.
Please work.
Literally divine. So the question is, do we dig or do we find the proper entrance?
I'm pretty sure that if we start digging, what's gonna cause even more suspicion than us trying to get into a building, the actual entrance.
I look around. Is there like an obvious is there like how many buildings are around this that could realistically lead to a tunnel?
There's like 4 buildings, and like almost literally on top of your reed, there is the entrance of the inn, the tavern.
So okay, so it's pretty obvious then.
Yeah,
All right
it's not
then.
definitely not big.
All right then. So, in guns blazing, or kind of looks over at Brit.
All of a sudden,
No.
through the doors, and like from the tavern doors, a door opens to the outside, and you, Brit, recognize a familiar growl who kind of bows outside, like, what the bloody hell is this commode? And it just sees all of you standing like a good 5 feet away from the entrance.
Just standing there, menacingly.
He looks at all of you a bit confused and asks, "Can I help you?"
Hi. Yes. I just came back with my friends because I just told them that they absolutely have to try this special.
Okay, well, uh, come on in. Then the inn has been open for an hour. Still kind of looks confused at all of you.
Need no more permission than that. It's talking to Chadwick's head. All
I
right,
mean, we got inside the inn, didn't we?
We're in.
we're in.
We're in.
Solid.
Good one, good one, sir. We're in.
We're in.
God, damn, that was a good one.
To find it.
I know, that's why I said it.
We're-
And then I
and
said it louder because it got drowned out by laughing.
you know what? Why is? Oh my god, we're in. Man, why is this not work? I fucking please, I
Pick it,
beg
then
you.
invite it back.
Beep, ba, 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 da, bo. Ba, 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 da, bo. Beep, ba, 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 da, bo.
I'm trying so
And
hard.
remember,
Like,
don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I'm,
Oh my-
I'm glad Chadwick
on,
is not the
hold on.
only one who heard it like that.
well,
Suspicious, don't be suspicious.
what does? Okay, enough. So what? So what would you like to do? Yes, imagine getting into an inn is pretty fucking easy. That's what inns are for. The draw just goes behind the counter and just kind of looks at the bottles and says, "Well, I have like 6 of them."
At this point, you know the heat that emanates off of Farron. It gets hotter the more angry he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's infamously unrageable. So he walks over to the counter. He puts the demon blood hammer on the counter. Oh, I'm sure you have more in the basement storage. He squints at him.
Roll me intimidation check.
I am literally just
I'm-
standing over his shoulder, glaring down.
Yeah, I know. That's my advantage.
No,
Let's go.
I still think advantage because he's on the horse. He's still on Chad.
Wait, am I? I don't know.
I don't know. Do
He
you
never,
know?
you never said you dismounted,
This
so.
is technically whatever the case. Um. Okay, 19 intimidation. That's cool.
Let's see. 19 intimidation. Oh god. So apparently,
Actually, I think I have a higher intimidation than that. Hold on one moment. Did
So
I?
apparently
Oh yeah,
the-
this is outdated.
oh god. So apparently the bot Verixia is no longer available. Dead.
Right.
Here.
That face.
Let me see.
Oh man. Very cool. Very cool.
I
Well,
don't.
yes.
I mean, we could like turn on. We could do like that
Activities.
watch together. Yeah.
Oh man.
Put on like lo-fi hip hop beats to
Shut up.
beats to destroy slaving rings too.
Yeah, I'm sure they have one about that, right?
What do we see?
Destroying slavery.
I don't
Man,
think the war footage ones wouldn't even too far away from what you guys are going to do now.
man. This is a bit awkward, honestly, not gonna lie. Man.
the music in post when you
Intimidation
upload it.
with a 19.
He's a professional streamer.
21.
We've...
Shut up. Okay, so. You all of a sudden see. Of course, he understands what you're trying to say,
Mhm.
but he remains composed, clenches a bit of his teeth, and says, "Is there anything particular you're looking for?"
Have something more suitable for a centaur? Smiles. The most disturbing.
Why'd you say that? Why did you have to say that?
He immediately, man, this is I have the music for this, but
You had the music.
Farron smile.
Nathan got it right.
Okay.
but the bot is broken.
Yeah, the bot broken.
That's the
Here,
title.
let's.
That's the title.
I know a good channel. If we just like do a YouTube activity, it may work.
Can't be
Yeah.
worse than this.
Trying
You're
to
not wrong. Nathan, quickly, while you're doing
Yeah, something.
deploy
Here,
new
Alright.
Araxis,
Sorry,
you
I'm busy.
start it so that you have like admin control on it.
This is
The
Nathan
what?
also had admin control.
Well, if Araxis starts it, like he can decide if people can add videos to it and what videos can be added.
Wait, maybe? Let's see. Maybe?
We're getting some slight technical difficulties, everybody. Please bear with
Yeah,
us while
slight
we figure this
technical
out.
difficulties is a bit of an understatement.
Ironically enough, I'm pretty sure this happened a few times by now.
Yes, it
Because-
did.
Yeah.
The war on
Oh,
easy
oh,
bots.
oh! Come on, come on, come on, please, I beg you. Shush. Man. Is it on? Is it in?
Nope. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
it is. Let's see, maybe this time.
he's in.
Maybe this will time will work. Let's see. God fucking damn it, dude. Man, fuck. Yeesh. The bot is just fucking dead, dude.
Rip.
This is at press F for their bot.
Uh, let's see. I know.
What the fuck was that?
Somebody cannot stop posting it. And fuck. Circle. Stop.
Yes. All right.
Ay, man. Man, this is fucking
That is
awkward as
hell of a-
shit. You know what? Let's see. Quickly, start activity. E. Impromptu, baby. Let's fucking go.
There will be ads, which is
Oh, for fuck's sake! Don't
I've
tell me
never
that.
seen an ad in this.
it's terrible. Like you can't even like link YouTube Premium or anything, which is ridiculous.
Ah, great. Ah,
Close enough for now.
good enough.
We'll suffer for now.
I've never seen it.
Yes, good enough, I guess. Fucking horrible. Fucking fuck you,
Disappointing.
So, the drow looks at you, Chadwick. His eyes are intently glaring at yours. He knows what you're here for. And he knows that you know. And he just says, "Is that so? Might I be curious enough to incline on how you have received this information?"
That is something that I think we should know, and you should keep your mouth shut on.
He does not respond. His eyes are glued to, of course, you, Chadwick.
You can see, like, I'm trying to calculate. I just swallow back. You know how many Earth centaurs there are around? I'm looking for a female. Do you mind?
He takes a sigh and a bit leans back against the wall. He takes a sigh and looks at all of you, looks back at you, Chadwick. That one is not exactly for sale, as it's already been sold. I would like to ask again. How do you know of this?
Can I question? Can I do an insight? How tough is this guy? I'm tempted just to
Roll
clean.
me an insight check, yeah.
I
Is there
have
anybody else?
I have a similar question. Since everyone else is doing the
No.
talking, Sergal
He's
is like
weak.
Sergal is looking like around the room. Is the tavern, first of all,
Empty.
is the tavern empty?
Yes, empty. It is
Second
morning.
of all,
yeah.
how far away is the door to the back room?
You don't see there's a room, like a back door. At least he would need to go through you as he's behind counter.
So, the back door isn't behind the counter.
Nope.
We don't know.
Probably a
Sergal's
trapdoor
going to
somewhere.
start walking towards it. Like, just calmly, casually.
Mm-hmm.
Peering inside, do I see any signs of like a doorway or something similar, like a secret door?
Nope.
No sign.
But he seems to be inclined, just staring at you, Chadwick. He does not. He shows fear, of course. He shows fear that all of you now surround him, clearly capable of killing him. He is not. He has normal clothes. He's not armored. The closest thing you have by him as a weapon is what you assume is like this elongated knife that would be, good for scaling fish and whatnot, but nothing that would, kill you. Can you roll me an insight check, Chadwick, anyway?
I'll throw him a help action.
Give you guys a chance.
It's 21 with my help.
He looks at you, almost enragingly enough, with disgust at you. For the briefest of moments, you think this is some sort of sick joke, until you realize something. He's not staring at you as like a bad guy in the situation, but staring at you as one. You realize that the stare basically the stare glares at you as if you having some sort of remorse for the actions you have done that made you come to this. You realize that he assumes that you are the one who sold the centaur to them, him, whatever, and now having second thoughts. And he looks at you with disgust.
I'll lean forward and put the hilt of my sword towards him, but not actually draw. I'm just going to be honest with you, guy. If you value your life, you'll show me where my sister is. I don't want to hurt you.
He shrugs, raises both his hands. You can take it. I don't really care much for it. So, which one of you sold then? Seeing as you're the... You don't seem like you know what's happening. He shrugs. He turns his back to all of you. Looks through his counter of bottles until he pulls one of them. You hear several sounds of cracking and breaking, and what seems almost like glass shattering. As all of a sudden there's a puff. As next to his, less than a feet ago, like next than a feet away from his feet, a section of the floor just pops. He lifts up the trapdoor with his foot, and then of course lifts it all the way with his arm, and looks at you, Chadwick, with almost a courteous, sickening smile. Sorry to tell you this, but you won't fit. and looks at all of the rest of you. Which one of you is coming with me?
Farron dismounts and starts walking off. No words.
Right, mind your
If
feet.
Chadwick won't fit, how did they get his sister in there?
Smaller horse. Teleportation
through-
magic.
Probably through a port around back. Came in a waterway.
So, what you do find, Farron, is, a very decent, very wide cellar that would be almost twice the main floor interior. Wines, caskets, bottles, a lot of bags that you peer in. You see spices, silks, all kinds of not really fitting for a tavern until the drow all of a sudden goes to just a specific section of the wall and seemingly pushes a brick. You hear more clanking sounds, another puff in the wall, and he kind of opens it, and there's another just corridor that just kind of spirals downwards. Takes you about 30 seconds, and you make your way to what seems to be a small, dried up riverbed that is almost pitch dark, except for looking south. You assume you can hear the sea, and you can see spots of light. Somewhere there, very a way out. But you see, he goes basically across the riverbed into a shoot off of a cave where you think it's gonna be just, mud and that, but you find an incredibly well reinforced door that he has a key. He opens it up, and there, as the door opens, you see a centaur, but very young. How do I say this? You never actually. I don't see in person how a child of a centaur would look like, but you have seen how newborn cows look like. You've seen them aplenty. She is essentially the size of you. Luscious blonde hair, seemingly imprisoned in this very heavily reinforced steel cage that has also a lock. The drow looks at it. It looks at you, Farron. So
He squints, trying to see the identifiable features of being related to him.
really no, and she's kind of asleep. She doesn't seem like been tortured or anything. She seems to be been well kept despite being in a steel cage. The drow clearly can see that he doesn't really have any pride, more the opposite, just disgust about this. He clearly doesn't feel interested in dealing with this at the very slightest, but he did what he did, and he just goes.
Is she the only prisoner here?
Yes, there's only
Alright.
one. You see, there's crates, bags, all sorts of what you assume artwork, right? So things.
Lame elvish
painted-
things.
Yes.
know.
Artifacts, basically just. You don't even know, you can roll me a history check or a investigation check.
Alright, we'll throw history in there. History, intelligence based, I have. Alright. 23.
You think about it, you see this painting of this elvish woman that has been made with paint. Very well done, and you think to yourself, maybe you heard the tale about it getting stolen like 4 or 5 years ago, like a very bypass thing. And you assume that most of this stuff is basically art pieces, artworks, collector's items that were probably stolen, and this place is just one but many, I guess, destinations in between, from the stolen to the one who actually buy it. Nevertheless, the drow looks at you and still looks at the cage and says, "So,
I'm walking over to the cage at this point.
so which one of you?" I guess none of you did sold her. So who did?
If you find out, let us know. We'll kill him.
Man, I don't think you can kill him. I don't even fucking know where it goes. You look at the cage. You see there's no lock. It's literally bolted in. It's about like 3 feet by like 3 feet wide and 4 feet of height, and it's like very well decorated inside of it, and the steel is reinforced. It's masterfully done, but there's no lock or key.
Is there a door in this?
No. As a drow just says, "I don't know. This is unusual."
If you have a story to tell, it's now. I kind of walk up to the bars and I start feeling how firm they are, getting ready to possibly just rip this thing open.
Roll me a strength check. You can roll with that. You have time. As you're kind of ripping the, or I guess trying to, the drow just goes, "I don't know. Just was given 600 gold pieces to keep it a while and make sure it's happy and compliant. Though the whole pickup part, they've been about a week late."
And who was supposed to pick him up?
I wish I could tell you, really, but it's sort of do and don't tell type of business. Clearly someone very with weird, curious taste. Because you see, he kind of leans down as you kind of, like, next to you, not by you, but next to you. These bars are very fucking weird, right? Like the kid shits, but the shit doesn't smear anything. It just keeps itself clean. It's magical. Like, but it's also bolted shut. But like, how? Like, are you dealing with like a wizard or some
Demons?
demons? Really?
He glances at you, and you can take one good look at Farron. And
Demons. Whatever the tale is, 600 to 600. You see the centaur fast asleep. As you start to like touch the bars and you feel for a few seconds, it's not gonna give in. Then you push your bit more strength, and then you hear the creaks, the cracks. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Sure thing. Let's see if I can.
What is everybody else doing upstairs? Because only Farron went downstairs.
I'm keeping an ear out just in case I need to get down there super fast.
22.
Okay, go back upstairs. You see literally about a minute passes, right? And all of a sudden the door opens wide, and you see this half-orc, super fucking drunk and wasted. And he goes, "Hey, I wanna..." He raises his finger to like give his order, and his eyes stare at all of you. He looks... around you, like from the door, and just goes, "Oh, where's the barkeep?"
Well,
He's getting us our drinks from the back.
Ah,
yeah, have a seat. He'll be right back.
okay. He literally slumps over to the table and the chair, sits there, looks at all of you, looks at you, Chadwick, kind of confused, and tries to point at you, and then it goes, "Are you, He just slams his face with force onto the table as loud snoring begins to come from his mouth. Nose. Back at the bottom, you takes a few seconds. You pull. It does not fudge. You pull again. It doesn't fudge. You pull the third time. Something gives in, and you use the momentum to pull the fourth time. And a good feet of bars snap almost immediately. It was like this super strong reinforcement, but as soon as something gave in, everything gave out. As half of one side of the bars gets essentially broken, as for a split second, it wasn't some incredible reinforced steel, but it felt like you were just destroying dried sticks. As you do that, you see this bluish shimmer across the entire cage, as all of a sudden, out of sheer panic, the centaur wakes up. For a few seconds, you think, all is good. Until you feel something buzzing on your hand. The steel is gone. You throw it away, but you feel the sensation, this numbness in your right hand and your left, and then you feel almost like a trail of the numbness travel through your arms into your chest. You feel your chest, your heartbeat dim. You feel weak, but you have done brave many feats, and many more will await you. A simple heart attack will not stop you. As you clutch your fucking hands together and you make your heart beat. You do not perish, as all of a sudden the drow looks confused of like what happened to you, because all of a sudden you just seem to be losing yourself. While what's it called? The centaur, the young little centaur, seems to open its eyes and look a bit confused. All of a sudden it yawns and says, "Where am I? What is
You've
this?"
been out on the trip. Your big brother's here to catch you.
My what?
Don't worry about it. It's just kind of waves the question away. Oh, we're waiting up top for you. Can you walk?
Nods. And just
Alright,
slowly but surely, just you realize something. And like she softly walks out of the you softly walks out and starts to just shake herself awake, doing a bunch of yawning, and you realize she is smaller than you. Like at full height, she's basically by your neck. As she has a lot of like doe eye, like a lot of doe features about her. You don't know if it's something about the centaurs and their youths or something else, but yeah.
And we make our way back up.
The drow whistles all of a sudden before you make your first steps. Can you like take the cage with you? I don't really want that thing with me.
Take them.
Yeah. Like, you know, so I don't know where to put it.
He looks around like, why am I exactly going to move this thing? I mean,
I don't fucking know. Sell it for scrap or something. I don't want it.
Kind of, he kind of looks. No, I mean, how do you want me to get it out of this place?
I mean,
He looks at the
weight-
roof. I mean, I could throw it out there.
I mean, no.
Just
Like it
throw
weighs
it
like
through the
100
roof.
pounds. You can clearly pick it up, right?
Oh, I thought it was too big to drag through the hallway.
No. It's like when you grab it, it's not exactly big. It's like it's you know a square meter. It's a 3 by 3 by 4, but it's not exactly super heavy. But yeah.
Alright, well, I'll take it out top, have my wizard look at it. If it's not used to us, I'll just throw it in the ocean.
Wow.
And
Pollution.
pollution, magical pollution.
It'll become part of the coral reef.
Yeah, I pick it up and just casually like just start dragging it out.
So, yeah, it takes about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and all of you above, you can hear some sound of something metallic getting dragged until the first person from the trapdoor that emerges is this young, four-legged creature. This, you wouldn't say centaur, more like doe, that has long, luscious blonde hair. Her eyes are one of innocence and genuine confusion, and incredible childlike curiosity. It seems to be looking at everything, and then her eyes lock upon you, Chadwick.
Oh, I kind of smile down at her. You are an absolute image of your mother. Come here.
She looks a bit confused, looks at you, but does not say anything or do anything. She kind of approaches closely, looks at you, eyes you, and says, "Oh, you're big."
I'll kind of like get down on my haunches so I can be a little bit closer to her height and like ruffle her hair a little bit. Oh man, I've been gone way too long. How's mom been?
Mom is good. Wait. She all of a sudden grabs you and just starts touch your like side of the neck. Big brother! All of a sudden, her grip, surprising for a child, intensifies as she just kind of snatches you and grabs you. And now there's this very awkward position where her rest of her body is kind of floats slightly from the ground as she fully snatches on you.
Oh, I'll do my best to like kind of hold her like you would a dog with all four legs like down in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'll pick her up and I'll kind of give her a twirl in the middle of this bar. I am so glad to hear you're safe.
Ma and Pa said that you're dead.
Well, they said I'm. Wow. Yeah. No, it's a long story, but I'm definitely not dead. But everyone over there is good. Everyone's okay.
She nods.
Good. And do you know how to get back home?
She looks around, trying to find some point of reference in the inn. Looks back at you and shakes her head. Uh-uh.
All right, well, we will find you a way back home. But for now, I have this really cool mansion back. Well, I can't really say mansion. It's kind of a underground castle. It's really cool, though. You'll love it. You can hang out with us until we find a way to get you back.
Okay. Can you roll me an insight check? I feel like I struck a nerve with Chadwick. I feel like he's... But yeah, roll me an insight, my boy.
Sorry, my thing glitched out for a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, wait, insight. That would be +3. So 12.
She's happy. Yeah. She's just happy. There's not really much to add to that.
So, was there anyone else with you? How were you taken? Who took you?
She blinks.
That's all in due time. We really should be going.
We still have to try that cuisine you suggested, Britt.
Yes.
Well, moments pass, and of course, Baron comes up with a massive fucking steel cage.
Wait, actually, how many pounds of steel would you say this is?
Give or take like 90 to 100 pounds.
Perfect. We'll be taking this with us. This will be great use for some later guns.
This will be a fine addition to my
collection. Yeah, you see like a battered, broken front part just like slammed in there. Follow steel.
We are 1/10 of the way to our half-ton.
So, after a few moments, the drow climbs back, closes the hatch, says, well, he sees the drow, not the drow, sees the centaur. And you can see, Chadwick, when the centaur looks at the drow, she has nothing towards him except for genuine curiosity. As she points at him and says to you, "Dear friend?" The drow looks at you, Chadwick, a bit confused, and gives a chuckle, while diverting his eyes completely to you, Britt.
Well, if he hasn't hurt you, I'm not going to say he's an enemy.
Check. I don't trust that averting gaze aversion.
And roll me an insight.
Alright. Half a second here.
Ooh, that's good. So, as the drow looks at the child and Chadwick, he kind of, you can see that he smiles, but almost less of a Janus, but more like gallows humor smile. Of he probably less than 4 or 5 minutes ago would have skewered him against the wall, bleed him dry, and rend him limb from limb, and now he is completely, I guess, passive towards the drow. So he finds peace that he probably won't get his guts rendered,
Yet.
but also he knows that now there's the rest of you, so he would really like to be very compliant and figure out what else you want so you could leave them alone. That's why he's looking at you, because you are the first person he met, and now you're here again with your friends. So, Fedra looks at you, gives you a very simple smile that is not at all genuine. Anything else?
The next part would be a couple bottles of the delicacy.
I got 6 bottles, 6 gold pieces each.
Looks in the purse. It's like, yes, of course. We'll take all of them.
Yeah. He counts the coin quickly and turns around, grabs all the bottles from the side, and you basically see 3 to 4 fishes marinating in the liquid, in the bottle's liquid, and he presents it to all of you and takes the coin and nods. There you go. 6 bottles for 36 gold. Anything else?
Oh, laddie. You sell and buy goods?
Yes. As you can see, I am proprietor, or I guess a middleman of many such things.
Chadwick looks at his sister, looks at Farron, raises an eyebrow.
At this point, if Chadwick's letting him live, then I'm not gonna do murder. And we got these scales we've been meaning to offload for a bit. Sorry about this, but long story short, miscommunication. And I pull out 8 dragon scales.
And I think you had 2 of each, right?
Yes. Well, actually, it's 4 of the cold ones, 4 of the hot ones.
Yeah. So, you look.
It was 7 of the cold ones, 7 of the hot ones. I had one for everyone.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yes,
You're
yes.
right.
So you present the
14.
scales in perfect condition. Examines it.
Yeah.
He gives a sharp whistle. Dragon. Very pristine. By the looks of it. He all of a sudden taps it, seemingly listens to something, and then opens turns around and looks at the inside of the scale, and kind of uses his nail a bit to skewer a bit of it, and licks the nail. Spits out some mucus, looks at you. Interesting. I will not ask how you got yourself to such pristine samples unless you plucked it out of a sleeping dragon somewhere, but well done.
That about sums it up.
So, you wish to sell it, I assume, or just showing off?
Selling.
Selling. But, are you selling all of them?
If you're buying all of them.
Well, that is. He thinks a bit. I could do for all these 14 scales in your possession 7,500.
He nods along.
He looks at you.
All right. A basic insight check. That good deal. I don't think this is the type of guy to haggle too much, especially not when he's dealing with my kind. But I'm just gonna a 21 on insight.
He seems not to try to poach you that much. Like he's not poaching you at like as much as you think one would in this situation. Mainly probably because you could probably kill you can
Yeah,
just
I
all
figured
kill
as
him.
much. All right, laddie.
Mhm.
This will work well enough.
Yeah. Well, in that case, put the scales here, and it will take a bit of counting, but give me 10 minutes and I'll provide you with the gold.
You
All
know,
fair? Kind of looks at all of you.
Shit. I'm going. Yeah. Not just
Brent's gonna
there,
be a bit pissed.
but no, I'm going to say it's like message. You're gonna get the message. The message insert. Well, you got. That's one way to get rid of them. Should we at least tell them to get out of the trafficking business?
His business is his own. Our business is done here.
So we're really not going after Reg.
I don't think Redshaw had anything to do with this, unfortunately.
Still would be nice to get him off the streets.
Anyway,
One step in front of the other.
anyway, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and eventually one bag is produced in front of you in exchange of scales. One that is void, but of course, when you put your hand into it, all you can feel is gold.
I look at it, like feel around, make sure it feels like 7,000 gold.
Feels
And
like a lot.
and then after that, moving my hand around a bit in it, I just nod, confident that if we miscount later, I can come back to execute him.
Oh yeah, he is
And-
plentifully aware with that insight that you can literally come back and ask.
He nods. All right,
Don't,
our business
don't
is done
worry.
here.
If we miss a couple, we can always come back.
Literally. As he nods and he looks over at Leo.
Okay, he looks a bit. He seemed like he was eyeing the liquid of one of the bottles a bit too long, and he kind of fucking completely goes out, and he looks at you, kind of confused why you're looking at him, until he kind of snaps, and he's like, "Oh, we going?"
He nods.
Yes, our business has concluded here.
Okay, where?
Oh, before we go,
Hmm?
hey, you got a customer asleep in the back. Just so you're aware, he came in while you're down there. Also, if just keep your ear out. Hear anything more about centaurs? Let me know.
He immediately looks at you, Farron.
Hmm.
You got teleportation swords, right? He looks at Leo.
Teleportation, what?
You got you got a teleportation sword pointing at
Oh,
Leo.
yeah, like,
Because he exclaimed
oh.
teleportation, you're ready to go, you know.
Yeah. And this will probably freak the storekeep out just a little bit. But I take out one of the hell enchanted weapons that we got from the vault.
He looks a bit confused. Why the hell are you having a blooded blade?
This was from the vault. This is not.
Oh, are you giving this to Leo?
Oh yeah. I thought that's what he wanted.
No. No. The drow looks at you, Farron, and asked
Oh.
about it. Right. Do you have someone with teleportation?
Wait though, if it could be avoided use, that'd be preferable.
Okay. He immediately gives a simple stone and presents that was basically behind the counter and presents in front of you. There might be trouble a brewing, seeing that I gave you her and not to someone that should had her. I might be in a lot of trouble. And you want to know who got her to this place.
Yes.
So, an agreement. This little stone will teleport you somewhere safe, where we'll hide if shit will hit the fan. And of course, if somebody's coming after me, you can of course kill, interrogate, or both. I do not care. I think we can conclude that would be beneficial for both of us.
So, if someone comes for you, you tell us. You get to safety. We.
Yes.
Okay. He nods. He looks at Chadwick. It's up to you, laddie.
I mean, they stole my fucking sister. Yeah, I want to kill them.
He nods. Very well done. You have your answer.
What is fucking says this? It's same with Lara.
And with that, he said, all right then.
You taking the
That's
stone?
Yep, I'll take the stone.
Cool. So, with that being said and done, Leo looks at you, Aaron, and says, "We're going back to that where we've been. That's a creepy little place."
Yeah, the lassie, the bard lassie, can take us where we need to go next. You can rest up.
Okay. Immediately starts looking at everyone and grabs basically Chadwick by your side, and then extends hand towards Brit, and then looks at the rest of you who's not holding anything, just says, "Hold each other." But this will be a lot quicker than drawing and a lot preciser. As you grab, all of you blink, and you are back. Meanwhile,
like we get back and Nate's like in a bloody pile of.
No. We gotta wind the clock backwards. When you all fucked off to look for Chadwick's sister. And Nathan, a boy, literally less than 2 minutes pass since your companions are gone for the quest. You find a familiar sight approaching through the forest. There you go. It approaches, and I think you have several items present for her.
In fact, yes, there is a pile of good berries in front of me. And I just realized, Farron, you never gave me back my sending stone, did you?
Arthur would have had to give it back. So the question is, did Arthur ever throw the stone back?
No, but Arthur is somewhere in.
Oh yeah, he is in the end though. So
Okay, yeah.
you don't have it on you, but it's in the facility if you need to get it back.
There you go. So.
Okay, got it for later. Given the current scene, I'm just sitting in front of the gate right now, or like, not the gate, the entrance, whatever. Just sitting mindlessly on the ground, like looking off into the distance, and when I see the cat approaching, the pile of good berries still in front of me after I made them like an hour ago or something while Britt was unconscious. Yeah. Like I'll just turn my head towards it and just like greet it. Just a small wave of the hand, nothing major. What time is it right now? Like
It is in the morning. It is morning.
oh, morning still, yeah.
And it's about 9 in
My
the
time
morning.
perception is kind of fucked up, yeah. Okay. Very well done. Nothing big then for now.
So, the cat approaches, stares at you, and in your head you hear a voice. Ah, there you are.
Indeed.
You really...
Sorry about the last 2 days.
Uh-huh. And then she looks at the berries, eyes them, looks at you, looks back at the berries, and you hear another voice, the same one in your mind, an echo. I thought you were a paladin, the devotee of the light, protector of the weak, yada yada yada. Or have you hired a druid for the sake of me?
No. I had some spare time, so I had someone teach it to me. It was a bit of a hassle, but translating druidic magic into divine is complicated, but it worked out in the end. Still need to work on the taste though.
That is
still
to
good.
be seen. The cat approaches and takes a nibble. And again. And again. Eats one. Looks at you. For an amateur, good enough.
For an amateur. I'm still working on it. Then again, like looking off into the distance, the last few days have been troubling. I'm currently alone with some of the people we acquired along the way. And Daga, of course, is somewhere inside. The rest of the group is currently out in Lost Shore? Lost Coast? Can't remember which of the two.
I am not going after them. I'm staying. I am tired.
Good choice. The inside is currently being set up. That should be quite comfortable soon.
It goes on its side and then rolls a bit. And then you hear in your mind something what would resemble a loud, almost labored sniff. Like someone that is trying to breathe through the nose handful times their lung capacity. And then you hear a very satisfying exhale. I smell the taint of demons. Is this the vigilant place?
I assumed as much. I assumed you would know.
I didn't. I just... She takes another very long breath. It smells fascinating. You know, I'm an insight check.
Still with advantage, or almost?
Yes, you can have advantage on this. Oh, Nathan's gone. Luck that I
Perished.
resistance.
Well, guess we never
I guess the curiosity
to
did kill the human
end of that day.
fish.
That killed the curious one.
Or just
there
had
he
a
is.
heart attack. Hello?
Yes.
Damn, your power really did
We
went out,
noticed.
go out.
Okay, there you go.
It seems to... Do you realize something as you stare at this cat? You realize that it's bluffing. It does not smell anything. And you try to figure out why is it lying to you. And then you realize it's trying to make small talk with you. Nathan, you have piqued the curiosity of the cat. To the point that she's willing to fake some sort of topic to have a conversation with you.
I'm noting that for later. I wasn't here when they discovered the place, but Farron, the dwarf, certainly made a story out of it. Something about fighting vigilance.
I heard they
Hey,
got betrayed.
Huh? Something along those lines. Pretty sure he almost got killed like once or twice along the way, but hey, it had some interesting side effects, and I kind of like clinked my fist against my shoulder, still like currently wearing the armor of the first vigilant. We got some pretty nice gifts for getting in here and finding everything that we were supposed to find.
So what are your plans now? What does the Great Tarumak willed you to do?
Honestly, we get some time off. The reality is quite simple. We were a lot faster than he expected, so while we already have our part dealt with, his part still needs to be done, or some other pieces need to fall into motion. And until that happens, we just have some time to deal with our own matters. They're currently off saving Chadwick's sister.
So am I free to go, to leave? Has he given me that permission?
Can't really tell you that. The only one who's directly spoken with him was Britt earlier today, but actually yesterday, right?
Technically earlier today.
Yeah, earlier today, okay. Was Britt earlier today. But I mean, we have his spy master present. If you want to, maybe he can talk to him for you.
As you say that, all of a sudden you feel on your right shoulder something plop. As all of a sudden you look to your left and you see the face of the red pseudo dragon glares at you with this emptiness in his sockets. He's happy to. As he says, "Did somebody say my name?"
Didn't say your name. I just called you the spy master. Still,
I have many great titles.
assumed someone worthy of being Tarumak's spy master would have quite a few things to note for themselves.
I have many good talents. The builder, the spy master, the soldier.
The engineer?
It tries to say something, and you see all of a sudden in his very childish like eyes, there's sudden abundance of clarity as he tries to say something, and he just slowly closes his mouth shut. Anyway, what's this? Looks at the cat. The cat stops rolling on the floor, looks at it. And now they're having this eye-to-eye staring competition. Is there anything you like to do?
From what I've been told, she, gesturing towards the cat, sorry, has been contracted to keep an eye on us, and wanted to know whether, given that we're ahead of schedule, she's dismissed from her task. Kind of looking to the cat for confirmation.
Can you roll me an insight and a religion check? Insight, normal, religion with advantage. I need to roll.
And religion. Should remember that I forgot something. I guess it's 40. 14 on the inside and 28 on the
Jesus fucking Christ! You realize that you're talking, trying to get, like, conversation going. the conversation, the words do not reach each other's, like neither the pseudo dragon, neither the cat's ears. They seem to be interlocked with this staring contest. The cat is always being very, cat-like, just staring, kind of almost with the superiority. While, what's it called? While the pseudo dragon seems to be staring at the cat almost like oblivious what it's staring at. But you realize something. You don't know what. Something is clearly wrong here. You, my good sir, with a religion 28, realize something. An epiphany, a revelation, if you will. Tarumak is interesting fellow. You know this. You know that he's now an archdevil. You know he made many things in motion, and a lot of things will happen. A lot of things need to happen. A lot of blocks need to slide in the correct places. You realize, staring at these two, that all of a sudden, one of these blocks just slotted into place. Are there friends? No. Lovers? No. Enemies sworn to kill each other by some long bound oath? Yes. There is realization upon it, and the realization is slowly coming to both of the critters in front of you. But then you realize something else. There has been something that Tarumak did. That while their oaths should bind to go and kill each other, something is stopping doing so. As all of a sudden, Kara's just gonna look at the cat, extend its head towards it, and go, "I don't like you." The cat very casually just says, "Likewise," as Kara slightly hisses at the cat and proceeds to run back into the hole, into the, hold.
Some friendships are just not meant to be. I'm sorry for this situation. I didn't know.
How could you know? Nevertheless,
I'm not watching you, I'm supposed to know.
even the watchers are blind, and you are literally now blind. If you could
Not
see
as much
me,
as you think, honestly.
I can imagine seeing that you saw me way before I did is
While we're talking about this, above the table, did her form change in any way given the true side?
her.
Hmm?
Oh yes. Holy shit! I tend to forget it.
I need to remind you.
Yes. The cat is really not a cat. That's easy to tell you. It is amalgamation of shadow that if you relax enough, it just looks like a cat. But when you focus, you realize it's an amalgamation of shadow that each shade is almost like a muscular limb that is twitching on its own accord to mimic a cat. Can you roll me not investigation check. Perception check. Even res off the chart.
28 again.
Jesus fucking Christ. You realize that, you know, the cat is no longer a cat in your eyes, but what you assumed to make believe, which you knew previously because you kind of touched it and then you got placed somewhere. You look around and you realize, wait a minute. You think, because you don't really have sight for long. Like, usually, a lot of things, you have moments and whatnot. You swear that you see tendril. No, not tendril. Strings. Something is manipulating this shadow to act as a cat, to speak as a cat, even in your mind, somewhere. And the strings lead, not like normal strings, but they're intense. They lead off into the forest.
Just like in a clear direction?
Yeah, just going where she came. There's just strings.
You said you were contracted to do this by Tarumak, right?
She sighs. No, my mother was contracted, then mother gave the job to me. Now I'm here. What?
You really don't seem like you enjoy the part too much. But you're still doing it. Is it because of your mother or someone else doing it?
It's a duty, Nathan. You have to do the things you're told to do. Like you're doing it now.
Of course I am. Given how contradictory our rules are for our own oaths, we have our own tenets, and the tenets of the sentence order, even though those don't really apply anymore, and the completely contradictory rules that were provided by Tarumak himself. So what I'm saying is we usually get a lot of creative liberty. If you had the chance to not be controlled by this, or just not do it, what would you do otherwise? Like, just in general.
Roll me persuasion with advantage.
Persuasion.
Tell me, Nathan, would you still
Four.
love me if I was a
What do you for?
shadows?
If it wasn't a fish, would you still?
Basically the
I
opposite of the if I was a worm meme.
all of a sudden, the cat stares at you, walks up to you, and slowly but surely steps on your legs, eventually curls up. Then, weirdly enough, its entire body bends so that the eyes can meet yours. And you realize that the whole cat composition kind of dissolved in your eyes. You don't really know how it looks from the outside, but from you, it looks like you're not seeing any cat anymore, but more like cat fur and a pair of emerald green eyes staring. I lived, and I live for a very long time. My mother, a lot older, a lot wiser. My brothers, sister. All of them have lives, all of them have their own little things they like to. I became quite fond of, or in this place that you call the Doran Empire, everything is so old and stale, while the east, beyond the scorched line, everything is new and fresh.
I heard some about it earlier. Something about, was it Norn?
I don't know.
A friend of ours in there, looking back towards the vault. From what I can tell, he's from that region. So they do tell some pretty incredible stories.
There is a city of light there. Not by arcane light, but by wires, where creatures of metal walk. It is a secret to the world as a whole. But there, in the city of lights, is paradise. People wear metal and leather. Instruments never used, unless in very private, are glaring and blaring music unheard and untold. I miss that place. I haven't been there in almost 7 months. I should have been there now, a few weeks ago, but alas, my mother came with a task that I cannot refuse.
Can you tell me the name of the place?
It does not have a name, for the coalition holds the whole place. All of its 24,000 souls is a secret. Eventually to be revealed, but they fear once it is revealed, people will come with ill intentions. It is simply called the City of Alliances now.
There's maybe fate aligning, but from what I'm getting, one of our colleagues either doing it right now or planning to take an expedition to the coalition quite soon.
It's not just stupid, you young fool. I wanna stay there. I don't wanna leave that.
And stay.
I simply cannot.
Is it the influence of your mother that stops you, or a natural instinct?
The former. She did many things for me. And as a child, I must do as my parent wishes. Eventually, maybe, I will be fully independent. But I'm mere 4 centuries old. I'm still young, but a kitten in her eyes.
There is, like, on another point, I have a ring on me that was in the town that was burned to the ground, remember? And that ring has a sapphire in it. I'm kind of taking that thing out, like it's an iron ring with a sapphire. We described it back then. I do not know whether it's magical, and honestly I do not care. while sitting in front of the cat, I kind of take out this ring. I'm going to crush the ring, or like take out the gem, crush it within my hand, the armored hand, and just like spread it in a small circle around us and cast non-detection, making us entirely immune from all divination magic.
Oh boy.
This is one quick gesture, crushing the gem, spreading the circle, it lights up for a second, and we're sitting in that circle.
Wait. First of all, strength check.
Gladly. Quickly checking my strength. $23.
Oh my god. What's wrong with you, 100?
Fair. Lecter would like to know your location.
Oh boy. God. Oh god. I was like, you know when you make like a very fucking thing, like a very niche, like requisite, like, you know, if this happens.
This is never gonna happen, don't
Yeah,
worry about
yeah,
it.
it's like,
And he just
ju-
actually
just-
disappears from all divination.
So, you hold out sapphire, crush it, spray the ashes, and then, you know, start, not the ashes, the fucking, you know, bits, and you start to cast the spell. As you in your lap, you have less of a cap, more like a puddle of shadow. Right? As all of a sudden, you you finish the incantation and you see the entire shadow vibrate as all of a sudden you hear for a second one voice splitting into three saying, "What are you?" And then something dark just lands on top of you, just fucking hits you on the head and slides down on your legs.
Reveal. Not
There
quickly.
is a humanoid creature that is wearing surprisingly something that Arthur is wearing. Leather coats, jacket, pants, but almost obsidian, like obsidian dark color, and there's spikes of metal on random sections of it. Give me a second. Fuck. That's fine. We can. Oh, shit. There you go. Wait, hold it. Hold it. Fuck, why is that working? Man, why is it not working? Everything is fucking scuffed. So, you look down at a very confused and distraught face that all of a sudden composes itself and stares at you. You see a humanoid, a human, with one distinct feature that is kind of odd. Two, actually. It has cat ears, or actual ears, way higher on the head than, say, an elf would on their sides. Second of all, seemingly from distinct emerald green eyes that were staring at you, now you have these fiery red eyes staring at you. And you just hear a murmur of shit. And now there's the stare down between you and her. As she murmurs again, "What did you do?" Are you staying silent?
Has a second of hesitance. And then there's a whispered sentence.
Mind you,
Based on-
her legs are basically on your shoulders, as she's laying on your legs in this awkward situation.
I am fully aware.
Yes.
And Nathan is completely ignoring this part of the conversation, basically like looking directly in front of him. May the Lune bless me to take the right action right now. I'm pulling out my sword.
You're pulling out your sword?
Like, while still in this position, sitting, with one hand reaching to the side, pulling out the sword, and I'm cutting the strings. Or at least trying to.
Oh, fuck!
Free the cat girl. Hashtag free the cat girl.
Hashtag free the cat. Oh no!
Oh,
We leave you alone for 30 minutes, and you're over here.
Hey, listen,
That's the guy
listen.
who's
At least we know what the theme for the episode is. Freedom from slavery.
Oh my god, wait, hold up. Oh no.
Oh no.
Time for me
Oh,
to...
Wait. So this girl that you don't even know her name, her true name, that is now petrified and terrified of what just happened. You're pulling out your fucking sword.
Literally inches above her head, cut the strings that apparently still tie her.
No. She doesn't see it like that. As she fucking. Let's see. We're gonna do some magic real quick. She's gonna kick you in the face with her fucking legs 3 times. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta make that freaking conviction.
So you take 12.
bro.
Okay, what's your AC?
29.
So you take 29. So you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Half that.
Yeah, and she looks genuinely confused. Can you roll me something?
Do I need to roll?
Insight.
Insight. 23.
Oh my god. She is caught off fucking guard. She has lost all of her composure, and she sees nothing except for this guy that is like, you know what, pulls out sword, fuck it, we ball. As you hold out,
What else are you supposed to do when you
as
see a
you
woman?
do see the string still there, and you just flick the blade through the air, and all of a sudden you hear what seems to be meter wide of rope just fucking crack and like break from tension, as all of a sudden you see the girl on your lap also goes immobile. She stares at you, and then she looks very sad. As she looks all of a sudden very lost.
Given that the sword is still basically like, I imagine I basically have my sword arm. So actually my left hand, how did I remember? My left hand basically, from what I'm getting, she's basically like lying upwards my body, right?
Yes.
In like this most awkward position ever.
Yes.
So basically my sword arm is my sword arm, then her legs, then my chest.
Yes.
I'm going to just throw the sword to the side, to the other side of her, and just now that this is dealt with, slowly push her legs to the side so that she's like laying sideways in my lap, and then not actively pushing her off, but just like making sure this is not as horrible of a position as before.
But man, this is gonna be fucking awkward. You know what? Let me roll something.
I would also, just as a PSA, inform you of the fact that non-detection lasts 8 hours. We can do this for a while.
Yeah. Oh. Can you roll me an insight check?
How long were we gone?
This whole
Long
thing
enough.
Yeah, this has been less than 6 minutes. Yeah, don't worry, this is gonna be very awkward as hell as you're gonna teleport back.
This is gonna last a while.
You look at her and you see fear, genuine fear. As, you can see that she's clearly weakened. She's clearly in a disposition. She is, well, even though she's clothed, she feels like she's been caught naked. She's basically been lured to the trap, and now the trap has sprung, and now she's there, petrified. She seems to lost a lot of connection to whatever she was doing, and now she's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Her mind is racing, and it's all your fucking fault.
Very much so.
Pretty much so.
Just to make it even more fun. Now that the situation has gotten to this point, Nathan just kind of looks to her, cocks his head to the side a bit. Are you from that city of light?
What?
Completely ignoring what just happened. Are you from that city of light that you described earlier?
No. What have you done?
Creative liberty.
She just lays there silent, almost defeated. But even though she doesn't want to talk to you, she murmurs something. Do you know Celestial?
I don't.
She murmurs something. And then leans, basically repositions herself. And essentially leans back on your plate of armor, facing her back. Facing towards the forest, and looks up into the sky, still quietly sobbing. And just goes, fuck. At this exact moment where the fuck is said, all of a sudden, a flash, just to your right, like 5 feet away, and you see everybody is back as Leo defiantly proclaims, I got 3 spells left for teleportation.
And that'll be.
But it's very great.
You
but
literally
please
look to
don't
your
touch the
right,
magic
and you
circle.
see Nathan has now a new companion with him that has cat ears for ears and seems to be uncontrollably sobbing.
As soon as I catch wind of this, I'm gonna get a message into Nathan saying, a silent message saying, "Do you need time alone.
Do you want me to shut the door, dear?
As soon as I hear the
I leave you two
bit, I'm
alone.
gonna say, okay, everyone, back into the keep. Nothing to see here. Let's get Chadwick's sister inside and set up until we can figure out what's going on, how to get her back to mom and dad.
Wait, what's the name of the bard lady we've
Nora.
Nora. Chadwick, get Nora. As I start walking over to the smithy. Farron, like, by the way, like, you know, as we like walk past, just like nods to Nathan and continues walking by.
I have turned my back and I am motioning for everyone to just move along. Move along.
Just Sergal gives Nathan a grin and a thumbs up before he goes inside.
No, none of that. None of that.
Just,
Keep going.
literally.
It's too late. Britt may be fast, but Sergal
I
has
picked
to
up,
do it.
and now I have picked up Circle in my arm. and
Oh my
just
god, what are
walking
you
in
doing?
Make a grapple check.
What the fuck is happening?
Do it.
Alexis, the players got this run. Do it. No balls.
Sergal is going inside. He just gives Nathan a thumbs up and a grin.
You are not making this awkward.
Man, this is super
Too late for that,
fucking
buddy.
awkward.
Already awkward. We appeared and
Wait a second.
Sergal's this
where's
is
the-
happening inside, and
Okay.
Sergal
Yeah,
just motions towards outside where Nathan and the cat is.
Where's that one meme where there's like two people see each other through the window and just like fucking
All right. How we doing this strength check?
Chadwick with his sister and Nathan with his new
How we
cat
doing this
girl.
contested grapple?
It's athletics. You guys roll against each
Sergal
other.
is
whoever gets
already
higher.
going inside, Britt. If you really want to grapple him.
We'll do it.
All right. All right.
Alright, both you roll
roll.
athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah, he's grappling a humanoid.
Oh man, this is
Britt probably has like more modifier than Sergal could even contend with. But I'm still going to roll.
Ugh.
Nat ones exist.
Where are you rolling?
So does Nat too.
Oh,
fucking-
Are you, Britt? Are you rolling first? That's
You both have to roll. Oh,
Oh.
I'm
no,
sorry.
no, I got that.
I'm sorry.
You're getting carried in.
There was no
that's
hope
just
for you.
the best. That is the best outcome.
Yeah, you're getting carried, my good sir.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was have fun. Anyways,
Good luck. Have fun.
good luck. Have fun.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not the one you're talking about?
Just Nathan changing the subject. Anyways,
Anyways, we all moved inside. Just to give
leaving
Yeah,
leaving
and-
this awkward situation with Nathan and
we already make it awkward. We can try and make it less awkward. by
yeah, this
Yep.
is the fucking template.
Yeah.
So question, Nathan, anything you want to say?
You just gonna cuddle for a while, mate? What's the game
This
plan?
is
Technically,
this is
yeah.
not
Did you think
really
that-
this is not
literally what
really
I'm doing.
cuddling. This is not really cuddling. This girl.
Just
To be
being
entirely
there
honest, she's
until-
uncomfortable lying on my armor.
Yes.
Which I assume I've seen that armor set. That doesn't look comfortable to cuddle.
The softest metal.
Guy,
any
she doesn't want to cuddle, man. She's fucking. What did she say? It was said.
Successfully traumatized.
Yeah. You're like. You
Yeah,
know,
well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
how do I say this?
means-
It's like, you know, when somebody says, man, my leg itches, and you're like, you know what? I have a solution for you. Cuts off the leg.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you don't feel it anymore, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is awkward. What is David gonna do?
Spell lasts 8 hours, and I only need to sleep for 4 hours a day. That means I have 20 hours of technically active time to just sit there until she acts.
Bruh, you were optimizing the social awkward situation.
Oh my fucking shit! You're literally gonna.
There is nothing I can say right now to make it better.
Jesus fucking
I
Christ!
think there's a word. I think there's a symptom for that. I think it's called Stockholm syndrome.
Yes. I just realized that as well.
Oh my fucking.
So, I guess we're gonna leave Nate there for a few.
Oh no! It takes like 3 minutes until she stands up fully on her 2 legs and stares at you, Nathan, with, how do I say this? She stares you with the, I'm looking at a piece of garbage at the moment. Still tears in her
Maybe
eyes. She
can't
says,
stare, yeah.
why did you do that?
To me, it was quite obvious that you weren't doing this because you wanted to.
You don't do many things because you don't want to, but that doesn't mean I want to be disconnected from my family.
That can be found found
Jesus
on
fucking.
your own terms.
Did they ask to be severed?
Did they ask for you to be cursed?
I am cursed with duty, so are you.
I've taken my oath voluntarily.
Have you taken this path you're on voluntarily?
Not quite much, but you don't hear me complaining. Enjoyed what I've gotten out of it.
And you think I'm gonna enjoy what you have given me?
Oh, fuck that. Just out of the conversation. Sorry, could you repeat the last sentence? Chadwick just hit me out of the conversation somehow.
I forgot what I said. But she said.
Oh, fuck's sake.
But basically, she said, what was the last thing you said? Because she.
Thank you, Chadwick.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry.
So.
Complete mind reboot.
Yeah.
Completely losing track of the conversation.
Same.
You know, someone cut my Astro strings as well. Anyway, in a futile attempt to duct tape those back together, we were generally talking about. For fuck's sake. It's too late in the morning to do this shit. We were talking about the fact that I'm taking this oath voluntarily, and the last thing I said was that I got quite a few things out of it.
Yeah. Oh, and she said, and am I supposed to be happy for what you have given me?
That's for you to decide.
Let me just roll something real quick.
And while that's happening, with that sentence of that's for you to decide, I'm grabbing the sword that's still lying next to us and kind of pushing the handle in her direction.
Handle in her direction.
If she wants to, she can pick up the blade and kill me right now.
You are such a freaking hypocrite.
I am.
If she kills you, I'm gonna kill
Absolutely.
you.
Good luck.
You know I'll go to hell to get you from there. You know
Oh, I
that,
know.
right? I have a way.
What did you even try to accomplish by doing?
My task is to watch over people and make sure they're living good lives, and definitely didn't look like you were having the time of your life.
So bad at you. And then she literally does a 180, proceeds to walk away.
Sometimes that's the truth.
So,
I'm kind of curious, what happens the second she steps out of the circle?
nothing. She continues in her newfound form, and just proceeds to walk. And she walks just about 100 something feet, and then she disappears into the tree line.
Just
Yeah.
hear in the distance, Arthur. You just-
There is... You know what? Leo's back inside the place, so that should be capable of being dealt with. I'm gonna go back inside, and first of all, while Arthur is the topic of conversation, I'm going to get my sending stone back from him.
Actually, before that, Britt didn't go too far, just out of earshot so she doesn't listen in, but close enough to catch you on when you finally went inside.
Circle isn't far either.
You're
Though
currently
he may
fighting
be
over who gets to talk to
struggling
me
against
first.
Brit to stay there.
I can imagine like both Circle
No, I
and
got
Brit
you in the
are
door, then let you go and shoved you that way. But yeah,
Circle
Chadwick
was
is
already
introducing
going
his
that
sister
way,
to the
so-
dragons.
oh, so is that somebody you know?
Somebody you know as well.
Who?
The person formerly known as the cat.
And what did you do to make her in that state? There's
Sure,
genuine
entirely.
concern.
He was already talking about the fact that her contract is basically coming to an end. And after seeing a situation with Karas, specifically looking whether he appears somewhere.
No.
Like there's a genuine pause for a few seconds. Okay. After the situation with Karas, that seems to be some kind of depressing destiny. We were talking about our roles and the fact that she's doing this because her mother gave her the task and everything, and I don't know why, but it felt right to give her some freedom from that, so I cut the strings.
We're
I've
in a position where we have multiple planes of existence with their eyes on us. Well, I really don't want another one on us because of the wrong reasons. felt that this was the right thing to do. I will.
I think so, but I don't think she knows so yet.
If it truly is, then she will eventually come around to it. If not, it was a good effort at the very least.
We'll see, but
Did you get her name?
not yet.
In time, if she comes around, if we find her, if she comes back around, we can ask her. Oh, this is the last time we've seen her. Hopefully it's the former. And she walks.
Same here. And with that, first, the sending stone back, and second, I would like to find Leo about something.
Leo is
Circle
basically
goes back. Go ahead, Araxis.
yeah. Leo's is like basically in the main hall, basically sitting on the pews, seemingly eating a cookie that seems to be just manifesting every time he takes a bite out of it.
Sounds incredibly convenient. As I approach him, can I ask you something?
Ah. He all of a sudden splits the cookie and offers you a half of it. Cookie?
Not what I was asking, but I'll happily take some. Thank you.
As you split
You
the cookie
know,
and you grab it in your hand, now all of a sudden, your side and his side remanifest the other half, meaning there are now two cookies.
Oh, great.
it sounds
It's
like
the
an
don't
item you
cut
could
the
break the
cake.
world with.
It's solve world hunger right there.
It's an
Or flood the world
SCP.
with
It
cookies.
exists. Do not
Hmm.
cut the cake. It is actually an SCP that exists.
True.
Which is
Either
funny.
way, I will take the cookie and just like hold it for now while starting the conversation. I know it's a bit. It isn't always the right thing to do, but can you spy on people? Like, as in magic?
Uh, uh Kinda. Yeah.
When you walked in just now, there was a girl with me.
Was there?
Uh, if you feel it necessary, check my mind for her.
Okay.
If you could, could you check for me tomorrow how she's doing?
Uh, gonna get sure.
Just want to
Um.
make sure she doesn't get herself killed.
Uh-huh.
She's a bit out of it right now. Mostly my fault.
As he extends his finger to you. Doesn't want to get to stand up, so
Hmm. Yeah, I'll just lean forward.
yeah. There's a sudden rip through memories, and he nods. Let's see, I'll try. Anyway,
Weird situation overall.
mm, mm, mm.
Who knows?
So,
Maybe I just cursed someone as I
a-
take a bite of the cookie.
anyway, with that being said and done, hey, it's been 3 hours. There you go.
One step closer to miniguns.
And one step closer to another plane being our enemies. Feel free to flame me for that.
Yeah, I'm all I'm gonna say is you
Bursky,
said
at
not to
this-
do
at
anything
this
stupid
point-
while alone.
At this point, Nathan applauds you. Sergal applauds you. I mean. Gosh, I really need to get sleep.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
What
With that
for?
said, yeah, I'm a bit confused about the applause. I mean, like, yeah, the first part, yeah, pretty chill. Honestly, not gonna lie. The second part, that one's got me
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
kind of like.
Well,
like,
I mean,
man, my mom
so
has
these
been
astral.
awful.
What I must have missed. What did these astral strings actually do?
Family
Okay.
ties. But like,
Family ties.
at least partially, those.
So
First
you
connection.
made her an orphan.
Nathan,
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of not cool. But then again, like, I'm sure there are a lot of people who really wish they were orphans sometimes.
man. I mean, she's literally like, man, my fucking leg itches, and Nathan's was like, let me hack off that leg for you.
Being
Didn't even ask if she wanted. He's like, you know what? Fuck it.
we ball.
Did he know what those strings were?
No.
No.
Not confirmed.
Just fucking.
Well, I clearly thought that it was part of like some kind of warlock pact that she was stuck in.
Anyway, anything
Which-
you
So did
want to
Nathan
say?
as well.
Anything you want to say before we
Okay.
finish?
Okay.
Smite.
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 Smite.